So today's topic is approval process. अप्रूवल प्रोसेस व्हाट इज अप्रूवल प्रोसेस सो पिछले क्लास से के रिगार्डिंग वर्क फ्लो के रिगार्डिंग कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या नहीं है तो फिर अगला टॉपिक स्टार्ट करते हैं और ईमेल के लिए आप यूजर सेलेक्ट कर लीजिएगा ठीक है यूजर सेलेक्ट करने के बाद आई थिंक आपका प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है एंड फॉलो दीज स्टेप्स सो अगला टॉपिक स्टार्ट करें
Yes.
Okay. So today's topic is approval process and what approval process is. It is also a kind of automation process. Means we can automate any process by using this approval process. Suppose suppose let us take training management as example. Suppose there is a fee column in our training management, and here you can see fee column fees. And let us think that the management has decided to put some fee like 10,000, right? So the management had decided to take 10,000 from candidates, and and there is a flexibility. There is a flexibility in the fees paying structure. Suppose there are some candidates who are paying less than 10,000, right? So we need to approve this. We need to get it approved by the authorities, by managers, by CEOs, right? Like if a candidate is paying 8,000, right? So we are not the person, we are not the authorized person, so we can approve it. Then we need approval from seniors, right? So in that case, approval process is used. So approval process is used and it is a kind of automation process. So let us think what the scenario is. Here, suppose the fee is 10,000, and when we are receiving 10,000, then we don't need any approval, right? When the candidate is paying me 10,000, I don't need to get it approved. It is okay. But when the candidate is paying me less than 10,000, but equal to, but maybe more than 9,000, right? Or you can say that, but equal to 9,000. right? When the candidate is paying me less than 10,000, but not less than 9,000, right? So in that case, I need first level approval. So here I need first level approval. In other case, if the candidate is paying me fee uh, less than less than 9,000, but equal to 8,000, right? Then I need second level approval. Here the first level and second level, there are two levels, right? So the first level maybe some junior kind, right? Suppose a manager. तो फर्स्ट लेवल के लिए हम मैनेजर से भी अप्रूवल ले सकते हैं, बट द कैंडिडेट is paying me uh, somewhat 8,500, right? So it is less than 9,000, but greater than 8,000. So in that case, I need the approval from uh, maybe CEO, right? Yes. And if the fee is less than 7,000, less than 8,000, right? Less than 8,000, then I think, yes, and I think it should not be acceptable. So here the case is that if the candidate is paying me 10,000, then I don't require any approval from managers or CEOs, right? And if the candidate is paying me less than 10,000 but equal to 9,000, more than 9,000, right? Then I need first level approval, that is from maybe manager or any other uh, any other person. And if the candidate is paying me less than 9,000 and more than 8,000, then in that case I require approval from CEOs. And if the candidate is paying me less than 8,000, suppose a candidate is paying me 7,500, right? So that is less than 8,000, and it should not be acceptable. So the case is clear. We need to automate all these things, right? And for automation, there are some prerequisites. Suppose, let me show you something. Uh, Approval process. Here you can see, read the help topic, view the checklist, create a custom user hierarchical of a relationship field, create email templates. So these are the things, these are the preparations, these are the plannings, these are the informations we have to gather before uh, creating this approval process, right? So here, if I don't have more than one user, I don't need the hierarchy. Yes, when you have more than one user, more than there are two or three users, then you need this hierarchical relationships. We will read about hierarchy in maybe a couple of sessions later. So I'll tell you what hierarchy is, and we need to create email templates. So we created email templates, right? Here, create an approval process using either the Jumpstart or standard user. So what is Jumpstart? What is standard setup? So I'll tell you today. And approval history, yeah, we'll add approval history and activate the process. So deploy your user. So we'll activate the process, right? So all these things we'll do. Now, this is the case. And for this case, there is also a prerequisite, and that is we need to create a field. We need to create a field called approval status. Right? We need to create a field. This field must be a pick list field. Right? We created a pick list field in our earlier sessions. So here I am going to create a pick list field of where the values I should take the values as pending, then uh, approved, rejected, and then record. So what is this pending, approved, rejected, and record? So let us create one field. Right? And the field we are going to create on a candidate object, because this topic is related to candidate, right? So on candidate object, I'm going to create a field for this object manager, candidate fields and relationships, and new. So data type I will select as a pick list, and next, and its name is approval status to the values separated, first pending, approved, rejected, and record. Next, next, and save. So we have created. So we have created one field, one pick list field, that is approval status. So we'll check it. In the meanwhile, let us see what other things we are having to do. So this is the case. when fees is equal to 10,000, no approval required. So in first case, fees is less than 9,000. When we need approval, when we need approval, we need approval when the fees is less than 9,000, right? So when the fees uh, is less than 10,000, suppose the fees is 9,500, then we don't need any approval, right? 10,000 is okay. And here, in this case, when the fees is less than uh, 10,000, but equal to 9,000, right? So anything less than 9,000, then I need approval, right? So here fees is less than 9,000, then I need first level approval, and that is uh, equal to less than 10,000. Oh, yes, sorry. The fees is less
Uh,
than 10,000. When the fees is less than 10,000, right? Then I need first level approval. Yes. The fees is
yeah,
less than 10,000. Yes, yes,
I
yes.
have a question.
It was
If the fees is
mistake.
less than 10,000,
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
say it's 9,500, do we
I
still
need
need
a,
a
I need, yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
first level
Still,
approval,
I
right?
still need first level approval. Yes.
Oh, got it. Thank
So when the fees is less than 10,000, I need approval. And yes. And here the approval status should be changed as pending. Okay. So the fees, when the fees is less than 10,000, it requires approval, and the approval status should be changed as pending. So this is the first case. And for level one, if level one is approved, suppose the fees is less than 10,000, and it got approved, right? So if level one is approved, so if level one is approved, then the approval status, this approval status should be changed as approved. So if level one is approved, then the approval status should be changed as approved, right? So when we create any record and the fees is less than 10,000, then the field should change as, then the approval status field what I have created now, that field should be changed as pending, right? And when it got approved, the status approval status field should change as uh, approved, right? Is it clear?
you. Yes.
If uh, level 2 is approved, suppose if level 2 is approved, what is level 2? Level 2 is that fee is less than 9,000. Suppose candidate is paying me 8,500, that is we need an approval from CEO, right? So if level 2 is approved, I submitted for approval and the CEO got approved it. So in that case, I need the approval status to be changed as approved. So in this case also, I need the approval status to be changed as approved. And if level 1 or 2, either of them got rejected, if level 1 or 2, right, if both or any one of the level got rejected, right? So if any one of the level got rejected, then I need to change the approval status as rejected. So this is the case. And one more thing, suppose if I submit it for approval, right? Uh, if I created the record and I submit it for approval to the manager or CEO, then I find if there is a mistake in the entry, if there is a mistake, so in that case, I can recall, right? So I am the submitter here. Submitter, you can say submitter or user, right? So you can also say it user. If the user uh, recalls, right? If the user recalls, then I need to change the approval status as recalled. So far it is clear. Is there
Yes.
any problem with this? No? Right. So for creating this, we uh, get two types of actions. That is jump start wizard and standard setup wizard. That is actions. The standard. So jump start wizard and standard setup wizard. What are these two? These two are actions for creating this process, approval process, right? So by using these actions, we can create the approval process, right? So what is the difference between these two is by using jumpstart wizard, we can create, but it has less steps, right? And standard setup wizard has standard steps. You can also say it has some uh, additional steps. That means कि अगर हम standard setup wizard का use करते हैं तो we don't need to learn this jumpstart wizard, right? because all the steps what are given in Jumpstart Wizard is there in standard setup wizard. So is it clear? So we need
Yes.
to we need to we need to select the action by what we are going to create this. So let's create uh, first of all I I delete all the candidates. There are so many candidates. I don't need more than one of them. So let's delete. Suppose only one. So now go to this home, and here we will search for approval process. So approval process, and we need to select the object, that is candidate object. So candidate object is selected. Now here you can see create new approval process. So here you can see two type of actions, right? Use jump start wizard or use standard setup wizard. So here you can see that create an approval process using either the jump start or standard wizard, right? So we need to think before creating. These are some prerequisites. So I decided to create it by using standard setup wizard. And so I select this. Here, what process I'm going to uh, make is this is no. This is what type of process we are going to create. We are going to create approval process for candidates. Yes. So the name should be similar to this. Candidate approval process. So I'm next. Yes, candidate approval process. Let's add some more to uh, fee. Candidate fee approval. So next here, what field I want to select? Uh, suppose I want to create this field should not be less than 10,000. Yes. So candidate fees should not be less than 10,000. This is the first thing. Fee is equal to 10,000 here. Fee is if fee is less than 10,000, it requires approval. So the candidate, the thing is that candidate fee should not be less than 10,000, right? So we, if it is less than 10,000, then only we need this approval process. So is it okay?
Yes.
Here you can see use a next automated approver determined by. You can assign anybody, right? If there are some users, you can assign them. If if there is manager, then you can assign him as approver. Right now I don't have any person, so I leave this field as it is. And here you can see record editability properties. In record editability properties, you can see administrators only can edit records during the approval process. So if we select this app administrators only can edit records, then either if admin is not available, then you can't do any edits. And if I select this option, then there is an option. If admin is not present, then there is another person who can approve this, right? But we don't have any other person right now, so I'll leave it. So admins only, and then next. You can do as per the requirement, right? If the person who is for whom I'm customizing the application, he requires that there must be a couple of persons who can approve, right? Then you can select this option. Right now I don't have any other option, so I'll select this. And here email templates, what we talked about earlier. So email templates, but if you haven't created any email templates, if you have created, just go for this, right? But if you haven't created any email templates, then leave this field blank. Salesforce will provide some email templates. It has some standard email templates, so it will provide its own email template. Next, here you can see candidate name, and the approval page is where the approver will actually approve or reject a request using the options. So what options he need to check? He need to check fees. So select this and navigate this to this field. Now display approval history information in addition to field selected above. I'll leave this field unchecked. Allow approvers to access the approval page only within the Salesforce. Yes, this is important setting, right? So what it says, allow approvers to access the approval page only from within the Salesforce application. And here allow approvers to access the approval page from within the Salesforce applications or externally from a wireless enabled mobile device. Suppose if the approval is not present in the office or is not with his laptop, right? Is not with any computer system. He is having some tab or mobile, right? He is using some mobile while in a journey. So in that case, I have to select this option, right? I in that case I need to got his approval, so we'll select this option. But for more security, this option is right. Yeah, we can use both the options, right? So that means either of the options. So I have selected this, and next here you have to select the submitter type. User is here, so you can see, select it. Add the submitter for approval button and approval history. Yes, we need approval button and approval history, right? So I have selected this and allow submitters to recall approval request. Yes, suppose this is the important thing. Suppose by mistake I enter any wrong value. In that case, I need to recall. So if I am the submitter, I need to recall. Then if I have it, if I don't check this now, check this box now, then it will not allow me to send the recall request, right? So this box need to be checked and saved. And here you have just created a pull process. However, you cannot activate this process. Okay, I'll do it later. I'll go. So you can see that we don't have any active approval process, but we have created just an approval process that is inactive now. So go for this, go to this page, and you can see many options, many steps. We need to create all these things. So first is initial submission action. Here for initial submission action, you can see here we'll add new, and then you can see field update. So we'll do field update. And for menu conversion, use what type of first is what field we are doing. Cancel this. This is initial submission action. So for initial submission action, let us go to email update. Oh, sorry, field update. And in field update, we'll make some first pending approve rejected recalled. Pending status. And the field to update is approval status. So what needs to be updated is pending, and save this. So we have created one field update, that is when it is when the fees is less than 10,000, the approval status field will be updated as pending status, right? Now we'll go to new approval setup, and here There you can see that uh, record lock, right? This option. So record lock will be lock the record from being edited. If it is created once, then it gets locked, right? So it can't be created. It has no edit options, right? Here you can see it has edit options, right? So once the record will be updated, then you can't edit it, right? So now we'll go to new approval step, and here I need to create other field updates like state approval status field update. So approved. Second one was approved. Approved. And then take it as step number 1, because there are a couple of steps that is approved, right? So all these steps is approved. First one is pending, second is approved, and third is also approved. So we need to uh, mark is it as step number 1, and what field we need to update, that is uh, yes, what is the criteria? And the criteria is that the fees should be less than 9,000. Right. So first criteria is that the fees should be less than 9,000. And here next, let the submitter choose the approver manually, automatically assign to the queue, automatically assign to the approvers. So we need approvers, and here user is there. So I need to select the user. Approve or reject based on the first response. So if we select this approve or reject, that means if there are two approvers, right? If any one of them uh, approves the record, then in the first instance it will get approved, and if any one of them rejects the response, then it will be rejected. So save this, and here no. So approval step 1 is clear. Now we'll create other approval step, and that it will be named as level 2 approval. That is so next. So in level 2, the fees is less than 8,000. Next, here also select the user. Here you can see that perform all the rejection actions. Uh, for this step and all the final rejection actions, final rejection. So when your request is rejected from anybody, right? If the approver rejects the request, then it is considered to be as rejected. So save this and here. So we have created this, and now we'll create this field update. Here it is for approved. So approved status and approval status field I need to get updated. So what value I will approve the status as approved. So this is created and approve status. Now final rejection access. So under this field update, rejected actions. Approval status. So here rejected. Let me save. And the last section, this is recall actions. So recall status, and here the same approval status. The specific value is recalled. It saves. Now we have created all the cases. So I need to activate this. If I activate it, then only it will work. Let us check the steps properly. What I created. Here approval status and level 2 approval. So I need to edit this. Level 1 approval. So level 1 approval candidate fees less than 9,000. Level 2 approval I need when the candidate fees is less than 8,000. And very short. Yes. So we have created as per the case. Now go to the object manager or go to the object candidate object and refresh the page. To see whether what I have created is reflecting. So let's create one candidate. Suppose this is a candidate. He is 10,000. We cannot see the button, right? The button is not visible yet, but approval history came, right? Approval history is showing, but the button submit for approval is not showing, right? It will take some time. So in the meantime, let us try to make it come. Okay. Where is candidate? Where is candidate object? And this is the new candidate. So here you can see submit for approval. It's showing in classic. Let us check whether it is showing in lightning or not. So switch to lightning. And refresh it. Maybe it will show. However, it is not showing in this yet. So what shall we do? Let us go to edit object. In edit object, here you can see page layout. So candidate layout and candidate page layout. There is an option called button. There you can see submit for approval button is here, but I need to drag it and drop it here on candidate detail page, right? So then I need to save and we can refresh this. Let us check. Yes, you can see submit for approval button is here. So submit, I'll go to submit for approval and submit. There you can see a message, no applicable approval process was found, right? So we made a process. We made an approval process. In that process, we have given a value that is less than 9,000. Whenever the amount is less than 9,000, it will it will ask for approval. So in this case, when the fee is 10,000, we don't need any approval. Suppose we create other candidate. Suppose we create other candidate whose fees is about, suppose C1 is a candidate, and I'll take it as its fee is 9,500. Trainer is save this. Now I will submit it for approval. So this record gets submitted. So it uh, is our action is correct. What we have created, right, is correct. And you can see that approval history, it is submitted and it got approved. Approval request submitted. Approval request submitted. Okay, let's create other candidate. Suppose C2 is our candidate whose fees is 8,500. Here select trainer, save this. So whenever we submit it for approval, it, it should show me as pending. You can see that approval status is showing pending. And go to its related list. Here it is also showing that the status is pending. So when I approve this, right, so when I approve this in detail page, it will reflect me as approved. It is showing me as approved. So when let us create other candidate C3. Suppose C3 is the other candidate whose fees is 7,500. So let's submit it for approval. Submit. Now it is showing pending, right? So let us approve this. Yes, you can approve it from here, or you can see the notifications. The notification, you can see approval request is pending. So I'm going to approve it. So it is approved. However, I have approved this, right? It is showing pending. Can you please tell me why it is the status is showing pending? Whenever I enter the fees as 7,500, that is anything less than 8,000. I need level 2 approval, right? So if however I approve this, then also it is showing pending because it requires 2 level approval. So now I approved it once, and now I'm going to approve it twice. So when I approve it twice, it will be changed as approved, and here you can also see that the status got approved, right? Now I will create one more candidate that is under uh, 7,500. So let's create one more and name it as C4, and the fees should be 7,000. The trainer is so submitted for approval. So it is submitted. The status is showing pending. So go to its related list and let me reject it. Suppose I am rejecting it one time. So it is rejected by one person, right? If it is rejected by one person, then also the status is showing rejected. So far, I hope it is clear. Now I will test the recalled status. So for testing recalled status, I will have to create one more candidate. So C5, suppose C5 is my candidate, and suppose I was entering all the fields, but by mistake I entered it 850 instead of 8,500. I entered it 850, and I saved this record, and after saving I send it for approval. I submit a request for approval. So in that case, however, you can edit it from here, but once you send any uh, large notice to for approval, then you can't go and edit all those things, right? So in that case, there is an option here. You can see an option called recall, right? So I need to recall it because I am the submitter, and I can recall it because I have checked the option. So I need to recall it, and I recalled it. And after recalling, I can change its piece. Everything will show. Everything will show. If you do any mistake, it will show. So now I changed it, and I submit it for approval once more. So let us see, it is reflected here. You can see that this has been recalled once, and now it is showing pending. So we can approve this, and I have approved this. The status has changed to approved. So here you can also see the status changed to approved. So this is it for today. We'll see in this chapter. We'll see about email notifications tomorrow.